in the third station of our practical, we will discuss the brachial plexus. For more orientation, this is the neck of the patient, anterior thoracic wall, and the upper limb. Okay, when exposing the anterior, this is pectoralis major and this is pectoralis minor, and all these are the content of the axilla. The brachial plexus is formed by 5 roots of the anterior rami. Okay, this is C5, C6, C7, C8 and T1. Okay, the roots emerge between 2 muscles, scalenus anterior and scalenus medius. So between the scalene muscle we find the roots, 5 roots. Okay, in the posterior neck triangle, the roots form the trunks. So the C5 and the C6 unite together to form the upper trunk. The C7 continue to form the middle trunk. C8 and T1 unite to form the lower trunk. So in the posterior neck triangle we find the 3 trunks, upper, middle and lower trunks. Behind the clavicle, the trunks divides into anterior division and posterior division. Each trunk divides into anterior and a posterior division. The anterior divisions of the trunk collectively innervate the flexors compartments, while the posterior divisions unite to supply the extensors compartment. Now, the anterior division of the upper trunk and the middle trunk unite to form the lateral cord in the axilla. So the anterior division of the upper trunk and the middle trunk unite to form the lateral cord, while the anterior division of the lower trunk form the medial cord. So this is the medial cord, this is the lateral cord, while the 3 posterior divisions unite to form the posterior trunk. As we said, the cords have got relation with the axillary artery, specifically the second part. The lateral cord is lateral to the artery. The medial cord is medial to the artery, while the posterior cord is posterior to the artery. Okay. All right. Now let's recap. The brachial plexus is composed of 5 roots between the scalenus muscle and 3 trunks in the posterior neck triangle. The divisions is found behind the clavicle, and the cords and their branches is found in the axilla. Now we have got 3 branches that arises from the roots. Okay, these are the roots. We have got 3 branches arising from them. Okay, the first one, as you can see, this one pierces this scalenus medius and passes backward. It is called the dorsal scapular nerve. The dorsal scapular nerve is from C5 and it is the nerve to the rhomboids. It supplies the rhomboid major, rhomboid minor and levator scapulae. So it heads posteriorly with the dorsal scapular artery. The second branch, which is not visible here, is the nerves to subclavius, that from C5 and C6 heads into the subclavius muscle, but it is cut. The third branch of the root is called the long thoracic nerve. The long thoracic nerve supplies the serratus anterior muscle. This is the long thoracic nerve. If I stretch it, you will see that it comes from the roots. It arises from C5, C6, and C7, and as we said, it runs in serratus anterior and supplied segmentally. So the three nerves of the root are the dorsal scapular, the nerve to subclavius, and the long thoracics. Okay, we have got one branch that arises from the trunks. This branch arises from the upper trunk. It is called the suprascapular nerve. The suprascapular nerve arises from the upper trunk, as we said. It supplies supraspinatus and infraspinatus nerve. It crosses the posterior triangle of the neck to pass in the suprascapular foramen. Okay, this is the suprascapular nerve. Okay, now we will talk about branches of the lateral cord. We said that we have got lateral cord, this one. We have got lateral cord, we have got posterior cord, and we have got a medial cord. So each one of these cords have got branches. We will go through them together. This one is the lateral cord. As we said, it is the continuation of the anterior division of the upper and middle trunks. Upper and middle trunks, anterior division, form the lateral cord. The lateral cord has got three branches. Okay. The first one is this one, arises high up from the lateral cord to supply the pectoralis major. It is called the lateral pectoral nerve. This is the lateral pectoral nerve. The second one is this one that pierces the coracobrachialis muscle. It is called the musculocutaneous nerve. The musculocutaneous nerve supplies the coracobrachialis, the biceps, and the brachialis muscle, and continues downward to form a lateral cutaneous nerve of the forearm. Okay. So we have got three branches of the lateral cord. This one is the lateral pectoral. This one is the musculocutaneous. The third one is called the lateral root of the median nerve. The median nerve, this one is formed by two roots, lateral root and a median root. So the lateral root of the median nerve is a branch from the lateral cord. So the three branches are the lateral pectoral, the musculocutaneous, and the lateral root of the median nerve. All right. In the next station, we will see branches of the medial cord and branches of the posterior cord.